Unwrapping personal life updates and other tense conversation doesn't have to be part of the holiday season. Let's welcome back Dr. Kelly Rabenstein, author and licensed psychologist, who's here to help us navigate tricky family dialogue. This,
yes,
and do more of this, right?
Yes.
Well, it's a time of year that you see people that you haven't seen in a long time. They want to know the 411 on what you've been up to. It's not always their business, is it?
No, and also something about families is they expect you to never ever change.
That's true.
So it can be difficult when you've evolved and become a slightly different version of yourself,
right.
But they want to put you back where they remember you or what they thought you were, right?
Exactly. You ride up in your Harley with a sleeve of tattoos,
Yes.
and they remember you as a 3-year-old on the tricycle.
Yeah,
You're not that
different.
person anymore, right?
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
exactly. So how do you go? You want to walk in with a game plan.
Yes.
You don't want to wing it. So what are the best ways to navigate those situations?
Well, it's helpful to set your expectations at a reasonable place to begin with.
Yeah.
You know, we develop these fantasies about what our family time will be like, and that can cause trouble.
Sure.
Right? The space between where the expectation is and where reality is, that's happiness or not.
True.
So setting your expectations right off the bat, you know, what's it going to be like? It might not be as comfortable as I think. It might not be fairyland. So that's the first thing to do. And then to be able to make a game plan. So many times we just go into these situations thinking, oh, it'll be fine. It helps if you mold the situation. That's think about, is there something you can all do together that you enjoy? Maybe there's a game that your family plays. My family loved to play 21 and eat chips.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's cute.
So, you know, anything like that, fun things, you plan a walk, you can plan something. Choose a movie ahead of time that you might enjoy, that you think others might as well. So take the time to consider the group that you'll be with and some things that you could do to have a positive experience. You can even think of questions that you'd like to have answered about your family.
At this stage in our lives, we kind of know everybody. We've had a history with people in our lives, and especially if it's family.
Yes.
And so you know what to expect. So you do tailor and you plan ahead. What am I going to say if this person asks me this?
Yes.
So that you don't feel like you're walking in unarmed.
Right, and you can think to yourself something that can be really helpful and protective, because sometimes we do end up in sort of tricky, sticky, icky situations.
Yes.
Is the feeling of what you're getting green, yellow, or red? So, you know, there are relatives that hang out in the green zone. You can be with them. They say things, it's fine. You know, they might be a little off-putting, but it's no big deal. You're comfortable.
You're right.
You feel safe and secure inside. Others push into the yellow zone where you start to feel defensive or uncomfortable. And it is okay at that point to say something along the lines of, you know, remember your boundaries.
Yes.
That's where the boundary goes. It goes right there. It doesn't go on red. It goes when we get to yellow. So, no, that feels uncomfortable. You know, and that's when you could use your bridge. Hello, let's talk about this.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the red zone means no. That's when the boundary has been crossed, and I give the advice, it's okay to have an exit strategy going in.
Yes, exactly. I was going to say, if you're in the red zone and you're not feeling comfortable at all, it's okay to just say, you know, if you'll please excuse me for just a moment, and then just jump in your car or do something, you know, where you're not staying in that situation for a prolonged period of time.
Exactly. You can, if you are in the yellow or the red zone, you can focus on yourself, you can center yourself. You can do that very simply. You can realize you're sitting on a chair. We call it grounding. I'm in a chair. Everything's fine. I'm okay. Because sometimes old feelings come up when we're with family that can make us feel unsettled. Simply grounding yourself. I'm sitting here in this chair, or breathing, or if you have a mantra, I'm okay. All of those things can help you stay put and regroup. Maybe then use one of those ideas you had going in, you know, let's all play a game. Okay, redirect.
Exactly.
Yes.
What about confrontation?
Well, it depends on how you feel in the moment, right? Because what I see as a confrontation, you might not. So when it's really about how you feel. Confrontation is likely because we're all so different and everything's so extremely hot right now.
Yes.
So if you feel okay, then you can engage in it. But if it's going into your red zone, that's time to make the boundary and back right out of it.
Do you recommend any of your patients being the the confronting party.
Maybe not this time of year.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
This is because it's a heightened time, and there is a time and a place for appropriate confrontation, caring confrontation.
Right.
But this might not be it.
Yeah, so just know your audience, know the time of year. There's a season for everything.
Lead with love.
Lead with love.
Yes.
We're going to end that segment on Lead with Love. Thank you so much, Dr. Kelly.
Thank you.
We're back after this.